Good afternoon, Dr. Prague and my classmates. This is a windshield survey on the city of Bayfield. Very superficial, very tentative, and leisurely done on a 1 hour and a half stroll today in Bayfield. I focused primarily on topics such as um, the environment in general, sidewalks, and safety, a little bit of an education. And let's talk about it then. I interviewed people at random on the streets. Started with three young white female bank tellers at this building below me. And the overall feel, according to them, is that it is safe. Another interview, a baby boomer white female real estate agent had a contrary opinion. She said exactly, I feel comfortable in my neighborhood, but rather not afraid, but certainly leery. I am deeply aware of how conservative the community can be, and thus do not go out of my way to antagonize anyone. I also asked questions about public transportation. According to the bank tellers, there is public transportation between Bayfield and Durango, but when I called it, it's only 2 times a day, and it stops at specific places, including the hospital. Therefore, for purposes of everyday commute, like going to the market, the clinics, the schools, and so forth, no, there is no public transportation. I also interviewed other individuals, such as a daddy that was playing with his two daughters in this park. I saw quite a few, by the way, uh, two or three, and he definitely felt safe, said that there is adequate school facilities for the younger girls, but the older boy comes to school in Durango at the elementary school in Durango. And he also mentioned the absence of public transportation and a lack of options insofar as groceries. There is only one grocery store in the city, according to him. And I'm not sure if that's enough to qualify the city as a food desert, but it seemingly is. Now, insofar as political participation, whether it's frequent or encouraged, I did not see any signs of political participation despite our current primary elections. However, I saw the ballot box available at the City Hall entrance. And there is a picture here of the City Hall entrance and the Marshal's office very close nearby. I also put a call to the city manager, but I have not heard from her as of yet. When I asked about that at the city marshal's office, I was told that political participation is not frequent in Bayfield, but because of the First Amendment to our Constitution, it is definitely allowed, and permits can be issued by the nearby City Hall. Insofar as environmental health, what I notice is that pursuant to our role as public health nurses, we are to be aware as well as active in the field of climate change because, as you've seen in our assigned reading, climate change is considered a public health emergency. And I noticed, for example, this unsightly power grid image at the entrance of the city, just juxtaposed with the bucolic views of cows and horses in the semi-rural, rather rural city. And I realized that the city of Bayfield is served by an electric cooperative called LPEA that does not use 100% renewables as a source of energy. And that is a very concerning fact that uh, pictures Bayfield under a negative light. So to finalize, I would mention that one of the things that's really called my attention was at the marshal's office. I came across this pamphlet by uh, a firearms association, and the pamphlet reads right at the very top on the left. Accidents involving firearms in the home have decreased significantly over the last 20 years. And I was puzzled because this is not what the literature is saying. Current literature is the contrary. Our doctors are saying that these types of accidents have nothing but increased. And I also noticed that the distribution of free firearms locks. So if the fact is that has decreased within the last 20 years, why is there a need to distribute such logs? So there is much more coming up in our project of community assessment. Thank you for your attention. Looking forward to your surveys. Bye.